The other part of the Discord is the Italian closet. I originally started the Discord because I wanted to do a skin out court gown build to teach people how to build Italian court gowns. So I just pinned the yoke onto Claire to see how it would fit, and I'm worried that the yoke is like too small. So I'm going to pull out my bodice patterns that I've been using to make my court gowns, and we will see. So maybe not. The pattern that I have pinned on there right now, I usually take 1 inch to 1.5 inches down. Even on me, it doesn't look right because that's not even... Ugh. I guarantee I did this wrong. Okay, yeah, so you can see the difference. This is the original, this is the adjustment. This is how the adjustment looks all on its own. If you look at a lot of the portraiture, a lot of the times you can't even see the top of the shift, and if you do, it's because there's some sort of like really pretty embroidery on there. I just pinned the stays pattern over it, and you can see how the neckline of the stays mimics the neckline of this new yoke. This gives me hope that I actually know what I'm doing.
When the day is longer than the night, the road ahead is clear and in the light is clear. Don't be late, my dear. Life won't wait, my dear.
Welcome to Late Night Sewing with Marty, where the lighting is terrible because my overhead light bulb burnt out, and we're just gonna sew until I get too tired to keep going, aka make 3 mistakes in a row.
When the evening falls across the land and your lover's reaching you the hand.
So last night I was actually able to get the shift completely made, even though I am going to be doing some alterations on it. I need to go back and make those changes on the official pattern, so that way I can send it out to some pattern testers so they can work on it, and I'm super excited. Today I think is just going to be a computer work day. I have 2 patterns that a friend of mine asked to make for her. And then I will fix the shift pattern and get it posted in the Italian Closet Project channel on the Discord, so that way people can get started on working on that pattern. I think Joe threw cranberries out of his cage. I'm a little confused as to why, but okay. I fixed the sleeve, and I am so much more happy with it. The cuff is a comfortable tightness, and it has a button on it, so I can adjust that if needed. It is going to be really nice to have a super basic shift that I can have in my wardrobe. When I finalize the pattern, I think the neckline is going to be a little bit more narrow, which will help keep it from like sliding off shoulders as much. I also got the stays basically put together. It doesn't have any of like the boning channels or anything. I just wanted to do like a real quick test fit. These sleeves in this shift are huge. This is probably hard for you guys to see because they're cut out of the exact same material. This is going to be really nice. I'm going to have to see how it fits once I have the bones in. Right now it's going just past center, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I do like how it's fitting around the arm's eye. It's like a really nice fit. Ooh. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm going to start running boning channels.
I spend most of my time viewing what I want from the outside. I comb it over like it's the scene of a crime.
So I went ahead and I did some adjustments on these stays without you guys. Primarily, I added 2 more bones on the diagonal here just to help give some lift and more support. You can see that I marked and brought the arm's eye in just a little bit for some added comfort. And then the side back seam doesn't look any different to you guys, but I did bring it in almost a full inch. This means that when I held it up to myself, it actually was the level of compression that I like. So I'm gonna have to make sure to make those adjustments on the pattern. Can't tell if these projects are working up so quickly because I've done millions of like shift stays and hip rolls, or if they're working up quickly because they're actually that easy. I also put too much onion in my burrito bowls for lunch prep this week, and now all I can taste is the spicy onion. Okay, I have a final job interview today, and I am stuck in the middle of productivity paralysis, is what I like to call it. It's when your neurodivergent brain says, I have this thing at 3, which means I cannot do anything before 3 or I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, so I've been forcing myself to do small tasks all day, and I think updating the pattern in the system will be my final small task, and then I'll just kind of like putt around until 3 because it's like 1:30 right now. So something that I don't really talk a lot about with you guys is my firm belief that the right things happen at the right time. And there's so many things with this move and like finding this job. Like there's so many like little details that I firmly believe this was the exact right time to do all of this. Like, is it nerve-wracking? Yes. Is it also incredibly validating and like I feel like my life is on the right track? Also, yes. The other thing that has been really interesting with all of this is I was very, very quiet online, so like on all of my social media. So I had a lot of friends that I don't see a lot in person that found out about everything the same time you guys did. And so I've been getting a lot of like really sweet messages, and I think one of the ones that like has meant the most to me was from one of my fencing friends. And he was just like, hey, just, you know, I've been there, full in support of you. I can't wait to see what you do in your life. And I was like, yeah, let's hope it all works out. And he's like, no, you need to have confidence that it'll work out, because like that's how things happen. Hope is just a little bit too wishy-washy. It's not proactive. But if you're confident in it, then you're working towards it. And that's just like been in my head for like the past few days. And I'm just like, oh, he's right. I am confident in my future. Like there's things that I'm not ready to tell you guys yet that like, if they work out, I don't know what my life's gonna look like in a year, let alone in like 2 or 5, right? And it's just one of those amazing things where like, things just work out when they're meant to. And of course, like it's January, we're getting all the like normal New Year's blah, right? And I saw a video scrolling through Instagram or TikTok. It basically said, if you want your life to be different in 2023, you have to do things differently than you did in 22. And I was just like, well, I don't know what I'm really gonna do that's different. I'm like, I'm still gonna work, I'm still gonna like be building my business, I'm still gonna be working on all of this stuff. And then like, it kind of clicked. I've already made my big move for 2023, and the rest of the year is like sticking to my goals and seeing the aftermath. Like, oh man. I got this. And the thing is, like, I'm not even anxious about it. Like, I'm not even anxious. I love how I'm so comfortable with this patterning system now that I'm just like, yeah, this is how I digitally do what I just did physically. So sometimes it takes a little bit of working. Most of the time it works out. Anyway, I still have like an hour. Oh, what am I gonna do? Sew the hip roll together? I could sew the bias binding onto the stays. That would be helpful, because then I would just need to mark out the eyelets, and then that would... we're gonna keep working on the stays. Why do I only have single fold white bias tape, but I have like 4 packages of double fold black? I don't want to etch these stays in black. I do have bias tape I made from the leftover of my Star Wars dress. I mean, if I can't go white, do I go fun? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna look so good. And there's so much of it. Like, look at that. It's like thick. It's like thicker than my thighs. I also have leftover from the like candy cane doublet. Which one brings me more joy? We're doing Star Wars.
The only guilty I find staring back at me in the mirror at night, stuck in place, just waiting for.
Oh yeah, look at this. So once I lace tight, I'm gonna have the compression that I want, but still being like super comfortable. Oh, so excited. Okay. And I love how I know that this is Star Wars because I know the original fabric. I mean, I guess you can see half a Chewy. But like just looking at these, they're gonna be like, oh, cute blue bias tape. And I'm like, no, that's Leia, that's Yoda, that's Chewy, that's R2. It almost makes me wonder if like, maybe right here, I do some sort of like Star Wars embroidery? Maybe? Because what if I just did something like between the boning channels? Like little tiny motifs, like little droids? Oh my gosh. Like Empire and Rebel symbols and droids? I might be slightly obsessed with this now. I just realized that I forgot to give you guys an update on how the interview went. It was really short and sweet, and I thought it went really well. I should hear back in like 3 days. So, and now I am sitting down and working on putting eyelets in these stays so they can just be done. This is as far as I got. I am absolutely in love with the shift. I am in love with the stays. You can see like how flat this makes my front. Like that's when you know it's a good pair of stays. I also have like room in the waist. So like, I know I've talked about my body issues before and how like my body just doesn't digest food, so sometimes I bloat a lot. I definitely have bloating room. I think if you were thinking about this pattern in the future or are a part of my Italian closet project, you might want to size down for the stays if you want a lot of compression. If you don't want a lot of compression, this might be a good option for you. So just like think about your body, your health needs, all of that, and maybe try a mock-up or 2. I don't know. I almost want to make a couple of colored shifts and stays and have this combination be like my everyday wardrobe. Maybe a couple skirts. You know, I did say last year that I wanted to have the wardrobe of a high fantasy adventure character. This is very much it, I feel like. We've got like the lace-up bodice. I feel like if I throw on a skirt, please hold. This might have been my best idea for weeks. Oh, ow! Oh no! I tripped over the bed. The bed's huge. How did I do that? Keeping with like the like pastel-ish stuff, I just put on this skirt. I'm looking in the mirror. Slightly obsessed. More than slightly obsessed, actually. I might wear this the rest of the day. I managed to fill all of my commission slots for January. So that fabric order is coming and it should be here next week. I also want to kind of future-proof prep the commission side of everything. And so I also ordered different colors of craft paper so I can work on things by size and have all like each size of my pattern already out and printed. I need to get computer work done today. All right, so that is all I have for you guys for this week. I will see you guys next week, in 2 weeks. I don't know what my posting schedule is going to be. We'll see. Bye, friends.